welcome back to another amazing, wonderful episode of Black Girl Healing Session, which is a part of my podcast, Unapologetically Shaun. And you can always listen to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Anchor, and I always upload an episode on my YouTube channel, Life with Shaun. All right, so this week's episode is titled Learning to Love Properly. Now, a lot of us do not know how to truly properly love someone else, let alone love ourselves. So I'm going to give you a few book recommendations. I'm going to give you a few tips. And, we're just going to discuss like the journey of learning to love yourself and others properly. All right, let's get into it. Like, have you ever sat down and you ask yourself, like, do I even really know how to love? Like, many of us don't sit down and have this conversation with ourselves because we think, we see what love is, maybe from your parents, maybe from TV, or you think you read it in a book or movies or anything like that. You think, okay, this is what love is. And sometimes you might think love is like general, when in actuality, everybody loves differently. The way you love might not be how the next person loves. So a book that many of you probably heard of is The 5 Love Languages. This applies to not only relationships, but like in general. You have to learn how a person loves so that you can love them properly, as well as learn how you love so you can learn how to love yourself properly. So I do recommend you read The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. It's a great book. I read it a couple times. I physically read the book and I listened to it on Audible and on YouTube. This book is on YouTube for free. If you don't want to pay to listen to the book, you can always go on YouTube, look it up. They have different versions of that book for learning how to love your children, learn how to love for men, teenagers, all different, versions of that book. But definitely read that book and you can learn how to truly love yourself the right way and love others with their love language as well as your own. So yes, that's a great book. So get that. I'm telling you, you need to listen to that book. And also, we never think about love as, how do I want to say it? We think that love is just like a simple emotion, but it's really more to love. And, love can really change the world in different forms if we truly knew how to love, because love conquers all, not only in relationships, but in general. Like, if we had more love in this world, then things wouldn't be the way that they are. So yeah, love is very important. And I wish that they would promote love more often, because if people see examples of love, then love would be easier to do or feel, But a lot of people don't see that. You see chaos in this crazy world. And I've said so many times, like, we are like living in hell. The world is hell. And since we don't have any love, like true love, like love thy neighbor, true love, we don't have that. And it's really sad that a lot of people don't love, the next person. Just actually care about the next human being. A lot of people don't. So, yeah. And, my whole thing, my whole mission is self-care and mental health awareness. And it is so important when it comes to self-care that you truly love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you cannot properly love anybody else, because you have to start at home within. You have to love yourself. Nothing will ever get better in life for you, or you will not feel complete until you truly look in the mirror and you believe and know that you love yourself and you don't need nobody else to validate you. You love yourself. You are happy with you. So that's why this message has to get out to many people, because we all are on this journey of self-discovery, and love should be on your top priority of loving yourself, because if you don't love yourself, don't expect nobody else to love you more than you. All right. Now, another book that I'll give a little backstory. I did go to therapy a couple years ago. Trying to figure myself out, trying to unpack a lot of trauma and things that I have dealt with in my life. And I didn't go to this therapist that long. She was okay, but I don't know. I guess she just wasn't the one for me. But she did recommend me a great book, and it's called Learning to Love Yourself. And it's by Sharon Cruse. It's called Learning to Love Yourself, Finding Your Self-Worth. This book is really amazing because it breaks down the different stages of love, as well as just tips on how to actually find your self-worth and love yourself, truly love yourself. And it also goes into, how your childhood plays a major role as well. So if anything, try to find this book, Learning to Love Yourself, Finding Your Self-Worth by Sharon Cruse. It's a great book. I think you should read it. But my thing is, I think it took time for me to truly love myself, because I have been in places where I was searching for that love that I felt I did not get as a child. And I never knew how to love myself, like properly love myself, because, when I discussed about before that I used to get teased when I was little because I was a chubby kid. That played a part in me not loving who I was in general, accepting myself. So over the time, I had to truly learn, okay, this is how I'm supposed to love myself. And that love language, learning my love language, really helped me, map out how I should love myself. So I'm still on this discovering journey on learning to love myself, because I cannot love anybody else if I do not love on myself. That's why it's so important to have self-care days for yourself. Take yourself out on dates. Just do stuff by yourself. Get to know yourself, because remember, you came in this world by yourself, and of course you're going to go out by yourself. So you have to know you as a person. You have to know you as a soul. So that is what I'm trying to do. And I hope that you all take the time and you learn how to love yourself. And you take those book recommendations, Learning to Love Yourself, Finding Your Self-Worth by Sharon Cruse, and The 5 Love Language by Gary Chapman. Please, please, please read those books, because they really do help you understand how to love yourself properly. It's just so important to just spend time with yourself. Even if you have to go and go on a walk by yourself, and just even talking to yourself. Like, you might look a little crazy, but just having a conversation with yourself is important, because you're really spending time with yourself. So spend that time with yourself. And also, I am going to soon I'm going to go purchase me a promise ring from Pandora, to basically make a promise to myself that I'm going to put myself first, because I'm the type of person, I put every and anything before my wants and needs. and I'm always left on the back burner. And over time, that will burn a person out. Like, you will get tired of just giving, and not doing anything for yourself. So me going to do this self-love promise to myself, going to purchase this ring, and then this ring is going to be a reminder. Okay, Shaun, you have to put yourself first. Okay, Shaun, don't do too much. Don't overwhelm yourself. It's okay to slow down and take your time. It's okay to say no. This is going to help me remember I need to slow down and take care of myself and love myself, because I want to be able to be loved properly, and I want to be able to love others properly. So if you all think about, going to get you a promise ring, they don't cost that much. They have some as low as $35. So you can go and do this. You can make it like a challenge, like a self-love promise challenge to yourself, and just go get your ring. I am going to vlog my process too. I do have a YouTube channel. As I stated, I always put these podcasts on my YouTube, but I'm going to have a YouTube of me going to vlog and me going to get my ring and writing my promise to myself and all of that. So go follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Life with Shaun, and you can see my process with that, because I'm going to be doing that real soon, probably within the next week or two. I'll be going to get that for myself. But yeah, I don't want to ramble on. I hope that you got something valuable out of this message, out of this podcast, about learning to just love yourself properly so that you can be able to love others as well. All right. Also, stop. Rewind. I was told recently, and of course she's gonna hear this, that I should think about doing like life coaching. What do you all think? I don't know about, would I be a good life coach? I know I give great advice and all of that, but tell me if you think I should do life coaching. I mean, I could do it. I could give some great advice to people and help others out. I wouldn't want to be a therapist, but yeah, I think I could do a little life coaching online for folks and help other people out with their lives and just give them some tips and guidance on how to approach life a little bit better. Because I'm on this self-discovery journey just like y'all, and I got some life that I have lived, so I can give some advice on some life, But yeah, so y'all let me know if you think that'd be a good idea for me. I don't really know if that's something I want to do, but I love doing these podcast episodes because it's like therapy for me too. And I know what I'm experiencing would also help somebody else, because somebody has been through what you have been through. And so if I can help somebody not have to deal with certain things or do better in life, I'm so happy to do that. All right. I just want to thank y'all for listening to another episode of Black Girl Healing Session. And yes, this will be uploaded very soon on my YouTube channel. I cannot tell you when they will be uploaded because I don't do them like every day. But they will be uploaded and you will be listening to it. And I hope you enjoy and got something very positive out of this episode. Please share if you care, because I know there's somebody out there that might need to hear this message that will resonate in their spirit as well as yours. All right, you all have a great day. Bye.